Yes, yes, you should definitely have a clunker in your collection. Now, should you make it a 700C with gear conversion clunker? That depends on you. I'm going to go ahead and give you my honest review of my 700C clunker. Now, as you know, this one started as a 26-inch single speed beach cruiser. 700s fit, not a problem. You won't have any problems with clearance, but you will have problems stopping. For that, I use my Mad Fact racers, which worked on my applications, might work on yours, so go ahead and check them out. They're not that expensive and they're easily available on eBay. Other issue I had was the gears. I had a cold set or cold press, whatever you want to call it, and stretch out the frame to fit the gears. Part of me did just want to go with the single speed, but I like making trouble for myself. Make sure you have a chain front sprocket that works with the gears. This is a single speed off a BMX. It's a little bit smaller, not intended to work with gears, but somehow it's working with the with the 6-speed chain. I did try an 8-speed, and the difference is this is a little thicker than the gear ones. So the ones that are meant to have gears, they're a little thinner where it has the teeth, so they're easier to slide into. Is it worth it? For me, it was, because I always wanted to do something like this, and this was the perfect one to do it. One of the biggest issue was, how do I stop it? Thankfully, I had these Mad Fact brakes. Once again, huge relief that they worked, or else I would have been, struggling for, days, if not weeks, if not months, to find out how to stop this thing. Another thing to consider is wire management. You could tell I have my shifter here just because that's kind of how long the cable was, so that's where I put it. These wires I held on by zip ties, so later I might add Boses to it to make it look better. If not, I'll probably leave it the way it is. Another thing was this little piece right here. Had to make this cable stop hanger out of the old piece of spoke. I took a spoke and I bent it. That made it work. Now, the one thing about this bike that I will give you kind of like a precursor is, it's very twitchy. The front end is very lively. The wheelbase is kind of short for a cruiser, so it's twitchy, it's lively, it's jerky. Low speeds, it handles great. Higher speeds, it's a little scary, to be honest with you, because it reacts so instantly. And if you're not used to it, if you're not expecting that, it could get you into trouble sooner than you think. So keep that in mind. I haven't done any downhill bombing with it yet. And honestly, with the way it handles, I probably won't do it for a while until I get really comfortable with the way it handles. Another reason you should have a clunker: BMX cruising is huge right now. Bike life, all that stuff. Clunkers are widely accepted. All bikes are widely accepted, but clunkers or MTBMXs, you're starting to see more and more of them as a lower budget alternative to a 26-inch BMX. So I highly recommend that. Once again, this is basically a 29-inch BMX, guys. All right, it's basically a 29-inch BMX with gears due to the front forks and the handlebars. So I've done a couple cruises on it, no issues with it. Been able to keep up with the group. Obviously, I have gears when the hills come in. Having the gear shifter there looks really cool. I get a lot of looks for it, but honestly, it's not very practical. And later on, I might just get a longer cable and put it onto the handlebars. So definitely have a clunker in your collection, at least one. Whether you want to go with the 700C route or not, that's going to be completely up to you. I recommend it because they do have better rolling. Like, they roll better because of the bigger wheels, and they're not that expensive to build. A good used wheel set off a road bike, they're about $50, guys. So they're not cost efficient. Is pretty much there. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up. So definitely get a clunker. definitely get 2 clunkers. And if you're going to do a 700C conversion, go ahead and post it on IG and tag me on Yard Show Cycles where I can check it out. Yard Show Cycles, out.